I should probably keep that on. So this is a video or a live stream where I'd always like to play a little bit of piano, and I have this new beautiful piano. I'd like to play it, and I like to play it on live stream. And there's also an issue here, with the YouTube channels, and it's via YouTube. A lot of the material to my lawsuit, which is almost getting redundant. I don't know. I just call it the suit. And I've read the court instructions 2 or 3 times, and I'm go over them time to time even, and I'm fairly certain that part of the legal process in America is intent to sue. Like you don't hide the fact. I think you can, but the good faith action is to announce intent so that there might be mediation. And I guess I'm asking anybody that is, I've contacted Veronica via Twitter and explained to her. I think in words that she understands, and maybe not. If she has any questions, she can obviously ask me. She's listed as an interested party. She was, I don't, I don't even want to talk about, I guess, about specifics in that way, because I'm not suing Veronica May at this point. I don't. I think part of what is going to happen is that we're going to see the reaction. I think, which is part of why you bring a lawsuit, so that you can get the court to see actions that you deem unethical and illegal, and part of what the court is going to be seeing is the live streams in which Mr. Thompson just lies about me constantly, and amongst other people. And there's also there is language that are bordering, as close as you can border to threat, in some of the material. And there is a group of people that have been associated with him. Some have departed, and some maintain. And I know that some are still, obviously friends with him, and that's your prerogative. If you were part of it, if you donated to the channel frequently, that's something that that's going to be seen. I've documented these donations that come in, and most of those people have posted defamatory defamatory comments. I mean, even Mr. Reamses saying that I only play the white keys. I mean, it's not true, and it's defamatory, and it's intended maliciously to sort of harm people's perception of me. And I know that's a light one. It's not something that you build the case on its own, but it's an example of an intent, to defame. And because of the closeness of everybody, it's looking like conspiracy. It's unfortunate that we live in a. I think it's really a lot this generation, and even by this generation, I mean this time period where a lot of people have been very disenfranchised, and the internet has kind of run wild. People just sort of do whatever they want, and then there are laws, that are that. So a lot of the internet laws, you just think about phones, telephones, like that ones that you plug in. A lot of the laws that would apply to that apply to these interactions. Telephonic, internet, via service provider, right? Interstate service provider. I'm pretty sure that's how it's stated in the civil code. I think that these live streams are due diligence on my part to inform, to give ample time to prepare to Mr. Thompson, and an effective way of communicating with my message to Mr. Thompson. The reciprocation of that communication has not happened. I will be naming new defendants this week, most likely. It could be a new suit. It could just be added on to the current, because there was conspiring going on in it. But there's also other specific charges, that will be new to that person. So I'm not sure exactly. I am, new somewhat. Well, I guess I've been studying. I've been doing legal research since I became inflamed to the point where I said, I'm going to sue. I said it 2 years ago. Now, a pro se litigant, is a person that can't afford a lawyer. I don't have the cash flow to pay for a lawyer at all. It's an absurd expense, because honestly, the amount of work I've had to do on my suit right now is not small. It's not. It's considerable amount of hours, going down to the courthouse several times, reading all these documents, filling them out, rewriting a complaint, learning all of the particulars about, and honestly, I can see how a team would be great, because there's hundreds of hours of content, and I'd like to, if Mr. Fortune is watching, I would like to ask about the Todd Schultz channel that's on YouTube. There's a video. The most popular video is Brett Talks About Todd. Now, my theory is that this belongs to Mr. Fortune. I don't know. My theory is also that the handle Phoenix is Mr. Fortune as well, but I don't know. It is just an allegation at this point. And I'm not your average pop star. I've got a brain, and I intend to use it, and I intend to use it as my defense. And I care about my reputation. I worked very hard to build a platform for myself to make a living out of doing what I love. And I am certain this operation or campaign or whatever you call it did negatively impact it, as well as negatively impact my mental health. It negatively impacted the very serious business that I had created. It threw my life into a tailspin. And what I'm noticing, looking over some of this evidence, is that I apologize. I attempt to mediate myself, and there's no reciprocation of good faith, and there's this incessant. Maybe I am like neurodivergent. Maybe I am like different, or like I kind of see that. I kind of see how I'm like very serious in a way, and I can be humorous, but I can be very like almost too serious, it seems like. I know it seems that way, but I don't know how else to articulate myself, because I'm trying to say serious things, and I think that part of the disenfranchisement of the generation is that people don't feel the confidence to assert themselves legally. And I think that's an issue. I think that's a big issue for our people. I think that we should. I think that we should exercise our legal rights in order to improve our society. I'm aware that people, it's not something people like to hear about. It's very serious and dramatic in a sense, and my reputation is probably taking a hit just because I'm going through with it. But a friend of mine was telling me about this book Wooden, and he said there's a quote in it that says, "Don't worry about what others think of you or your reputation. Worry about your character and how what you're doing." And I honestly, I respect what I'm doing. I, I have good care. I believe I have good character, and I believe I have, and I intend to prove that. You know, but I guess that's all for that now. This is an original song called "Sail." I think I wrote it. I was walking. I was just feeling like, you know, as a songwriter, you have like times where you feel like you're in a music video for a new song that you're writing. And I felt particularly like adventurous, and I came up with this song. It's called "Sail." On my journey, I fell victim. I believed in everyone. As time got sharper, I got smarter. I finally learned it just won't work unless I be myself. I'm dying to be me. When I skip the 9 to 5, trying to be free. Yeah, and I've gotta live my life, get smarter as days get harder. Finally learn how to be free. Going on my journey, I played the victim and I believed in fairy tales. As time got stronger, I got stronger, and I finally learned how to be free when it's set to sail. Oh, and on my way back, I got tired. I believed in anything as the moments passing. Am I happy? And I finally learned that it just won't work unless I be myself. I'm dying to be me, who escaped the 9 to 5 to be free. Oh yeah, I wanna live my life, get smarter as the things get harder, and finally learn how to be free. Sitting on my journey, oh, I played the victim, and I believed in fairy tales. As time got longer, I got stronger, and finally learned how to be free when it's set in the sail. And it's set in the sail. When it's set to sail. Oh, now on my journey I fell victim, 'cause I believed in everyone. As days got sharper, I got smarter, and I finally learned it just won't work. Oh, and I'm dying to be me, oh, and escape the 9 to 5 to be me. Yeah, I've gotta live my life. I got smarter when things got harder. Finally learned how to be free. On my journey, I played the victim. Oh, I believed in fairy tales, and as time got longer, oh, I got stronger, and finally learned how to be free when it's set in the sail. Oh, yeah, set in the sail. Oh, on my journey, I played victim. I believed in fairy tales. As time got longer, I got stronger. Finally learned how to be free and set sail. To set the sail. Feels like ever since the first day we met, there is no one else I think about but you. Get you off my mind, can't seem to forget. And I'm crazy over you. How can one reach out? Tell me where to start. 'Cause every time you smile, it trembles in my heart. Have but one concern: how can I get with you till my day comes? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll be sitting up in my room, I'm back here thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. I'm sitting up in my room, I'm back here thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. Pray that you'll invest in my happiness. All it takes is just one simple call from you. To connect, can't seem to forget. Pretty baby, please tell me what I should do. How can one reach out? Because I need to know. Tell me if I'm far, if I'm getting close. Have but one concern is you. Till my day comes, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll be sitting up in my room. I'm back here thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. I'm sitting up in my room. I'm back here thinking about you. Just a mess with a thank you. You're sitting up in my room. I'm back here thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. Sitting up in my room, I'm back here thinking about you. I'm just a mess with a thing for you. I'm gonna go have a smoke. All right, so I think I'm gonna cut this short, but uh, if mediation is possible, um, please let's try to work through this. Um, you know, that's just a request.